XRP as a financial instrument has the ability to retire money, and I want to talk to you about why. Because as we take a look at this financial instrument, which is a currency, a commodity like gold, and also an investment, a great one at that, because most, and I don't think that's an opinion anymore, because most XRP holders are in profit at this point in time. And if you're someone that's new to cryptocurrency, you recently bought on the rally, you're likely going to be in profit very soon. But I want to talk to you about why this will retire many and why this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, in my personal opinion. Along with that, we've got many updates, guys, a lot to put out in this quick video. All I ask is if you do like talking about XRP, click that like button and let's get into it. Now, recently, guys, I was asked the question, are you worried about Ripple's competition, XRP's competition? That's the easiest question to answer, in my personal opinion, which is a flat no. Because if we take a look at the biggest competitor here, it's Swift. An old, outdated, traditional system that we have, clunky old system that is 50 years behind. And as Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, famously said, why would we stay in a horse and buggy if we can hop into the Ferrari? And that's essentially what they have done over the past decade, collectively growing hundreds and hundreds of partnerships with central banks and financial institutions that allow them to test drive the Ferrari, which is a faster, cheaper, more efficient system. It's reduced costs, and that is very clear to these big banks. And so as we take a look at, regulations coming and how these big banks are going to go all in, and I'm not going to go too in depth with that because we have in many other videos, but we take a look at where Ripple is in relation to the rest of the space, and it's so blatantly obvious that they are the winner here. And yes, while they're the third biggest asset, and many out there will say that unknowingly where this is truly going, will say the market cap's too high and it's a matured asset because it's the third biggest asset. What I tell people is, why are you looking at all these shiny objects and most of them being pump and dump scams and trash out there when the clear winner is right in front of our face? There is no one out there that can look you straight in the eyes and tell you that this company or that company has more institutional partnerships and relationships than Ripple. And that is who I want to be with, right? Their technology with the XRPL and XRP, that's where I want to be. That is the clear biggest winner, the best bet in this market, in my personal opinion. Now, also, guys, they are very, very close with regulators. It's so clear and obvious that what they've done over the past 6 to 12 months in establishing these relationships, whether it's helping getting the right people into office and the relationships they've developed after getting them into office, it's put them at the front of the pack. And so everyone's miles behind. Ripple and XRP are miles ahead. It's very clear. And so here today we had Bitwise CIO talk about how the 4-year cycle is dead. It's over. And this is something that I've said many times on this channel. And I know a lot of people are stuck on this narrative that XRP is going to be in a 4-year cycle like it always has been. It's going to hit $5, $10, $20, and then it's going to go backwards in price. And I think that is going to get so many people messed up, screwed up, and out of this, what I believe is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What you do with your hard-earned money is 100% up to you. But I'm not getting out. Because right now, as he said here today, Bitwise CIO, which they are the ones that just recently converted the crypto fund to an ETF, which does include XRP. They have very close relationships with Ripple. But talking about what they were talking, or he was talking about rather here today, is the institutions that are coming in right now, which is very clear. As we have green light after green light happening, and these ETFs coming to the market for the first time in ever is a complete game changer. We've always had speculation. We've always had these cycles based off speculative assets. But right now, what we have is a market that is finally coming to fruition and maturity. And XRP is in the limelight. Anyone that tells you anything different is 100% lying. And so for these reasons and many, many others, I believe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity because we have yet to truly see the trillions pour into this market. We have yet to see the true value of this market. And it's far, far higher than it is right now, which is in the infancy stages. And so guys, on that point, I do want to state that as we've seen price appreciation, a lot of scams going on here lately. I know that recently I've heard a lot of companies coming out with these big yields. Be very, very, very safe and careful out there, because if it sounds too good to be true, it generally speaking is. You know, some of these yields I'm hearing, it's not sustainable. What is sustainable is this market and where we're going. And so it's very simple and easy to just buy the right asset, in my personal opinion, and hold. And you don't need as much as you probably think you do with this digital asset. But I stay away from these companies that are offering these ridiculous yields. And the only company I'm really plugging right now is I Trust Capital, because I trust them. I've talked to them. I have a relationship with them and I'm using them. And so I'm going to leave a link down below. Use Molt7 if you want to open up an account. They'll give you $100 free. But it's about learning who to trust and navigating this space. Because I'm never going to ask you for anything financial. I'm never going to ask you for money. There's impersonators out there, and everyone wants to come into this space thinking that it is a get-rich scheme. And with that, you have a lot of scammers taking advantage of those naive. And so these are things we want to be aware of and understand that this space doesn't have to be that complicated. You just have to learn why Ripple is ahead of the pack. We have to learn why XRP is what it is and the value in XRP. And as they say, know what you hold. And so that's all I got for you for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, and personal opinions in the comment section below. This is a digital asset I believe is going to retire many. It's still grossly undervalued. And I am very, very excited on where we're going in the coming months and years ahead. That's all I got for you for now. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next one.